Happy Monday to you. I'm back again. Nothing happening much today. Keep waiting for it to make a clean sweep down or up, one of the two. Because it gets really boring. And that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit about this boredom, this range when it ranges like this. Because today, I thought there's a good chance we were going to get a pump up. And we started to this morning. It was going up, looking good, had 5 candles, about 48.5, and then it just like, bam, tanked. So, I got down to, what was it, 46, 49.6, 49.7. So I was wondering if it was going to go down close to 45 because, it's not going to go much lower than 45. If it does do a big correction, it could go to 40 or 39. But 39 is the last macro low, remember? It's only done it once in Bitcoin's history. It's ever gone back to a macro low. So if it goes, chances of it going below 39 again are pretty much slim to none. So when I start seeing it getting close to 40, 41, I'm thinking, goodbye. So goodbye, not goodbye. Anyway, hope y'all having a good day. So I'll just go over the few coins, and they're all doing the same thing as they have been. They're following the same pattern. So it's just a repeat of every day. Ethereum, Chainlink, Polkadot, Polygon, everything but Solana. This is nuts. So yesterday, I think, when I was looking at Solana and I was watching some other videos on it, we were at 96. Yep. 96. Yeah, 96 bucks, under 100. Then it broke 100 and bam, it shot up. So I normally don't buy in on a high, or I didn't exchange, but I just knew this was going to keep going. So I did an exchange, I don't know, at 100 and something, 102 or something. It is still going. So, and the technicals on it are really good. So we're probably going to see a pullback at some time of Solana back to like below 100, maybe to 95, 98. And then it's probably going to go back up. Of course, that's dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts tanking and does do a correction, the alts are going to follow. So that's the point. What I would do, if it looks like the alts are really tanking, I would take those and exchange and put them into Bitcoin. Wait for the alts to go back down 20%, 30%, 40%, whatever it's going to be, and then buy back in at that point. So that's what you're looking at. That's your best plan of action. For me it is, but looking at the coins and the market caps, the market caps have gone down quite a bit. Bitcoin was at 900 something billion, 925, 929 billion. It's 887 now. Ethereum's down. Cardano, I think, is pretty much the same. I think the only one that's actually gained in market cap is Solana. So, they're really cranking. And don't forget that Cardano contracts will be coming up pretty soon to where they can do contracts. I'm not sure what the date is. And also, I think it's 9 days till El Salvador officially goes on the Bitcoin standard. You've heard of the gold standard, the Bitcoin standard. Yeah, crazy, right? So anyway, like I've said in previous videos, they use the term Bitcoin maximalist a lot, and it's kind of misused, I think, because I've always considered myself a Bitcoin purist. In other words, I didn't buy altcoins, layer 1, layer 2 coins, stable coins, or anything like that until probably a year and a half ago. If I had millions of dollars like some of the big guys or whatever, I wouldn't bother with it, right? It's more risky. But if you're trying to make some money to convert it over to Bitcoin, you got to do it. And it's like George at Cryptos or Us. He's been in it since me, early. I consider him a Bitcoin purist, and he knows about all the altcoins, and he buys altcoins. But he's a Bitcoin purist. I mean, he does do like 50%. I think he does 50% Bitcoin, 25% altcoins, and then 25% whatever, real estate stocks or whatever. Well, I don't do that. All mine is in Bitcoin or cryptos. I don't put anything. I've done the real estate thing. I've done the stock thing. It's never made as much profit as Bitcoin has. So, but I was thinking, okay, so for me, Bitcoin's the main thing. Altcoins, like I said before, it's kind of like just sitting around playing the World Series of Poker on your computer. It's kind of just a side thing. I don't really care that much because I don't have a ton invested in it. And it's just kind of a side game, and it's fun. It keeps things exciting when Bitcoin gets boring. There's nothing to talk about. So the other YouTubers are talking about DeFi, staking, NFT's, Dogecoin maybe or something. Which, hey, that started out as a joke, and I'm not in favor of that. But its market cap, Dogecoin's market cap is ranked. Where'd it go? Number 7. It's got the number 7 highest market cap of all cryptos. Bitcoin be the highest. Ethereum, Cardano, Binance, USDT, XRP, Dogecoin, 36 billion market cap. It was a joke, man. Hey, if the joke pays off, fine. So, what caught my attention the other day, and hey, it gave me an idea, is this kid. This kid is 12 years old. It says a coder. I mean, you don't really have to be a coder. I don't know. I'm researching it now. I mean, I was doing websites in 96, 98. I was doing graphics in Adobe Photoshop. So, it's easy for me to follow. But this 12-year-old kid created an NFT. Took him about 2 months. He's going to get $400,000 for it. $400,000 for a JPEG. And that's what I didn't get. It's like, why am I going to pay? Why would I go out and buy a JPEG or a PNG or whatever the file is for crazy amounts of money when I can go and download them free? I can remember the internet in the early days. If I was doing a website, I'd come across a website with a picture on it, and I'd download it, and sometimes I would use it or change it and use part of it. I had people actually call me back in those days and say, "Hey, I saw your site. That's our picture. You can't use that." And they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no, I don't want to do that." And that's the way it was back then. Now you just go out and you take pictures and download them and use them, and nobody cares. So it's weird. So I'm thinking, what's the deal here? Well, the way this works is, it's just like with a web page. You have metadata at the top of the page, which basically is used to tell the search engines, like, okay, this page is about whatever subject, and here's the keywords and stuff like that. And the search engine goes through it and says, oh, here's a page, and it throws it up on your results. Well, pictures have that too. Actually, I don't know if you know, but pictures have your GPS location, when it was taken. All that data is inside a digital picture. I mean, they know exactly where it's taken, what time, what day it was taken, just by the metadata in it. But anyway, so what you do is you go in, you name it, and you put your metadata in there like that. Then you use Ethereum. You have to have Ethereum to buy the fees, and you upload it to the blockchain. So once you do that, that picture is registered to you. You own it on the blockchain. So if somebody got a copy somehow or whatever, I mean, to me, it's just silly. What am I going to do? Store it on my computer? Pay $400 for a picture and store it on my computer and say, yeah, I own it. So what? So I don't know. Hey, I did a lot of, like I said, web stuff, and a lot of it had to do with Texas. So I had a Best Texas website in 1998 by Yahoo. It was rated the Best Texas website. Of course, back then there was no website, so I was probably the only Texas website. No place but Texas.com. and that's my email now. I still use that domain, but I've got tons of pictures I created in Adobe from scratch. I mean, with Texas and armadillo and all kind of stuff. I mean, I can make one of those real easy. Go to one of these sites and upload it as an NFT. Hey, if I get $500 for one of them, I'll be happy. I mean, $400,000? You kidding me? So, hey, if you want to make some extra money and other stuff's too risky, this is going to cost you nothing, basically. Just the fees of Ethereum that you got to pay, which I don't know how much it is. I'm sure it can't be much, but anyway. So I was looking at, last night, last video I did got 180 views. So I don't know which one of y'all it is out there that's just clicking over and over and over on it. I know it's somebody. Looks like all the reaction and most of the stuff is coming from CloudHub, which is fascinating to me because I don't use CloudHub that much. And back in 2019, I had 8 groups on Facebook I was working on. My contract ended at a job I was working, and I had some time, and so I created 8 groups, all different subjects and things. And then Facebook and Twitter started censoring people, and I didn't like it, so I duplicated all 8 groups over to CloudHub. I duplicated all 8 groups over to Nextdoor, and all 8 groups over to MeWe. Well, I never continued with MeWe. I just didn't do it because it's too much. Now, the only 2 I do on CloudHub and Nextdoor is Bitcoin and the Astros. The other ones are on Facebook. It's too much work to because you can't just copy it over, cut and paste. You've got to redo each group. So I learned how to do all the groups and things. But the thing about CloudHub that gets me is, somebody will follow me on there. There'll be a friend request. So I'll go look at the profile. There's one picture. There's no post. There's no information about the person. I mean, really? Red flag? And that all goes back to 2019 when I started creating these groups. The main one I was working on was dealing with online dating scams. So I had found out I became single in 2017, and I dated somebody up until 2019. I was single, and so I'd had some profiles out on some dating sites, and I started getting catfished a lot. And the first one almost got me. It really did. Almost. But I found out that my IT experience, I just naturally was able to catch these people. And some of them were elaborate. I had 2 or 3 that lasted 3 weeks to a month. And these people never asked for anything until it got to the very end. But I kept them. I would keep baiting them. I'd drop little hints to where they would give information unknowingly, and I would compile all this data on them, and then I'd go back and reverse engineer their profile and who they're supposed to be, and I'd reverse engineer it using one of the simplest ways to do it, an easy way. It's not definitive, but is reversed image search. That worked some of the times, but so I'd take all the data, I'd text, emails, phone calls, and I would reverse engineer it, and then I'd have the proof, and then I'd let them go on for another week or so just to see what they would do. And then when I got tired of it, finally, after about a month, a couple of them, about a month's time, I'd finally just private message them and send them a screenshot of the proof of, you're full of shit, and never hear from them again. So I caught about, I don't know, 20 to 25. Most of them using adult film star pictures, and I created a Facebook group on it. I posted about 15 of the cases, I call them, I worked on, and I posted them. And some of them took me a week to 2 weeks to post. Had so much data on these people, and anyway, so that just brings me back to CloudHub. It's it's Facebook, you can't really get away with that kind of thing. I mean, you can create a fake account or use a fake name, I guess, or something like that. But most people, it's a real name, has their information. And if you go to CloudHub and there's one picture and there's nothing, I mean, yeah, somebody come out there and create a profile and maybe they abandon it, but you're not going to get a request friend or follow if they've abandoned it. So yeah, it's just red flags on a lot of it. But anyway, the bottom line is I don't read the post. I go into Cloud Hub, I post Astro stuff, some Bitcoin stuff, and I get off. I don't read. I don't need to read it. And there's nothing nobody's going to tell me that I need to know, other than say something stupid and upset me. You know, I ain't got time for that. So anyway, I was going to say there was one case I was working on. It was for about a month, and this was a really tough one. I mean, this one was really good. This person, you know, they're probably overseas. This person would text me every night, email me. I mean, this went on for a month. And I already had the date. I said, there's no way. This is, you know, I've got enough stuff here. Then I said, I got an idea. I said, send me your driver's license. I was scared I was going to offend the person, but, you know, I said, send me your driver's license and we'll talk. And so sure enough, I get an email with a driver's license. It was a Virginia driver's license with a picture of the person. I went on Virginia State's website, put it up side by side to a Virginia license plate, and it was identical. It was perfect. I said, this is real. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And, man, so I was like, God, I can't accuse them. I've got some kind of proof over here, but, man, that's a freaking license with their name on it and everything. I mean, I had the house that they're supposedly live in, the landlord's name, the owner's name, the landlord, phone number. I had a Google Earth shot of the actual house where they supposedly lived and all this. I had all this stuff. So I'm sitting there thinking, what the heck can I do? So finally I go, oh man, I took the driver's license, I scanned it, and then I cropped out just the photo. You know, none of the license, just the photo. Got the photo, did a reverse image search. Bam. There was a picture. And we gave it away. This person on the driver's license had a hooped earring, and it was sticking halfway out the hair. I looked on the driver's license. There was a hooped earring. So, bam, got him. But, hey, I don't know why people would spend months of their time trying to hook somebody that they're not going to hook, you know. But anyway, that site's still out there on Facebook. I don't work on it anymore, but I think it was called Dating Scam Investigators. But that's just a little side note. But really, yeah, if you want to make some money and you're artistic and you know how to get Ethereum, I mean, it's not hard to get Ethereum. You go to YouTube, they have videos show you, you know, how to set it up. Then you go in there and create your NFT. I guess you put it on their market and you sell it. You know, you might make some money. I'm going to try it. I ain't got nothing better to do. But, I mean, I got stuff better to do, but hey, if this kid can make $400,000 a year, man, that's crazy. That's just crazy stuff. I mean, it's just kind of like the Dogecoin, you know. I didn't like that a bit when they did that because I said they're going to really mess up crypto because this Dogecoin thing, you know. And then Mark Cuban gets involved and Elon Musk. So, whatever. Hey, it works. It makes money. It's the same with NFTs. It's crazy right now. It's the latest rage. Everybody's buying them, but what's going to happen, it's going to get a bubble, it's going to pop. Eventually people are going to get tired of it and they're not going to buy it. But there's people spending millions of dollars. There's companies spending millions of dollars for these NFTs. I don't know, man. Crazy as this world is right now, nothing surprises me anymore. So anyway, nothing really happened on the Bitcoin front. There's no really big news or anything. It's the weekend. We didn't get the pump we were hoping for, so we'll see what happens Tuesday. I mean, you know, Monday. Usually Monday we have something happen, but nothing. Anyway, I'm going to finish watching the game. Go Stros.